Hello guys, what is up? My name is Dylan. Welcome to the Popcorn Podcast. This is episode number 81. Guys, today, the internet, comic book fans, they're on trial. We're diving headfirst into the wild world of superhero movie hot takes. That's Marvel, that's DC, that's everything in between. And once again, I'm joined by Mr. Henry Calvert, Eli and Sandy, Mr. Movie Comic Junkie on the couch. We've just reviewed Fantastic Four, the first step. So if you want to hear what we thought of the film, do go and check out that episode. I'll leave it linked in the description box below. We also played quite some fun games. But in today's episode, we're doing hot takes. It's that time. Marvel, DC, we've got some hot takes in a bowl here, and each of us are going to take turns in picking a hot take out, and we're all going to react, whether we agree or disagree with the hot take. Who would like to go first, guys?
Mr. Sandy?
Oh, me?
Or do you? No, I
thought you tried to nominate me.
I did try to nominate you. Right.
Here we go. All right.
Okay, let's see what we got.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Thunderbolts * is a top 10 MCU film.
3, 2, 1.
I need to check my list.
That's what I'm thinking as well. I need to check Letterboxd.
No, I'm instinctively I'm going to say no, but I need to check my list.
I think mine is in the top 10.
I'm going to say no.
I'm saying no as well. I think it's good and I like it, but I do think that there are more than 10 films in the MCU that I prefer.
It is not in my top 10.
Hold on, fact checking. Oh, it's not. It's 12.
Okay.
No.
It's pretty nearing the best of the bunch, I would say.
I'd say it's middle of the road, and now
you seem to have really warmed to Thunderbolts, and since I last spoke to you about
but
it.
no, I think it's middle of the road. I think it's if there's 30 MCU films or something, is it about 30 at the minute?
36 or something. Yeah.
30 odd. It's in the middle 10.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. I wouldn't say it's in the lower echelon.
No, absolutely not. Just show of hands in terms of course, like Avengers films, all 4 in the top 10.
Oh no.
No.
Age of Ultron isn't that good.
Age of Ultron is just mate.
Eli, I wouldn't have that if I were you.
Age of Mid, am I right?
What are we doing?
I like James Spader. I like James Spader as much as the next Stargate fan, but I'd rather watch Stargate than watch Age of Ultron.
Hey, you guys are
There
bugging.
you
It's
go.
just a little bit mid. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's cool.
What's in your top 10?
All the good ones.
You're clearly missing Age of Ultron.
Endgame, Infinity War, Avengers Assemble, Guardians 3, Guardians 1, Thor Ragnarok, No Way Home, and I do have a special place in my heart for Homecoming, but Winter Soldier could go in there as well.
That's fairly close.
Yeah.
Winter
Soldier's 10.
Winter Soldier's 1 for me, by the way.
No, well, that's fair enough. Like, I haven't seen Winter Soldier in a very long time, but I remember loving it. It just needs a rewatch. But Age of Ultron definitely isn't in there because.
R.I.P. Eli.
Come on.
There you go.
He's going to be throwing elbows in a second. This guy.
Yeah.
Let us know, guys, whether or not Age of Ultron is in your top 10 or not. Eli, on that note, would you like to pick out the next hot take?
Seems very wordy, this one.
Oh,
no, it's not. The Guardian soundtrack is better than its scripts. Without the music, it's just a space sitcom. You made that?
What an idiot.
Ridiculous.
What an idiot.
well, this might be the first and maybe the only hot take we all universally agree on.
Dylan, are these your thoughts? Or are they
No, they're actually not. I swear to God, they're from the internet.
Okay.
No. That person needs to actually watch the movie again and just have a think. It's a great soundtrack, but to say that without it, it's just a glorified space sitcom.
Here's a question for you guys. What would Guardians of the Galaxy look like without the soundtrack?
Worse, obviously, but
I think the soundtrack does add a lot of soul, but I think it's not purely like a jukebox musical.
Yeah.
It's the marriage between the soundtrack and the script and
the scene that comes to mind is the scene of Peter and Gamora in Guardians 1, where I think they're listening to Fool Around and Fell in Love, and they're dancing. It's almost like the soundtrack is informing the narrative in that moment, and it works hand in hand. It's it isn't something like I don't know. It feels like Baby Driver in the way that the music and the story are so intrinsically involved.
Yeah, I think this will be great films without necessarily. The music does help quite a lot in your enjoyment factor, but the narrative's still there. It's still strong. 1 and 3 more than 2, but I still think they'll still be great films.
Yeah, I hate to sound cheesy, but I think above most films we ever see, I think the Guardians soundtrack is basically a character. If you take the specific soundtrack out, it's like taking out like the it's like is as important as any of the other filmmaking aspects there. So there you go. Anyways, Henry, would you like to get out the next one? Bit of a stretch.
It's a good job I'm lanky. Batman Begins is way better than the Batman 2022. Pattinson's brooding is just sad, not deep.
I agree partially.
Whoa.
That's an extreme sentence.
I'm like...
That's an extreme sentence.
Yeah, I think the first half, Batman Begins, is way better than the Batman.
No.
I don't think it's way better than the Batman. I think the Batman is better.
I don't think it's anywhere close, quite frankly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I disagree. I think a lot of people are sort of debating what's better, the Dark Knight or the Batman. I don't think that's even a debate. I think the debate is between Batman Begins and the Batman. I think the Dark Knight clears. It's obviously about personal preference here, but I think Batman Begins is, personally, I think the best superhero origin story film that we have had. I think its filmmaking is effective in every possible sense of the word. It's like classic Nolan non-linear stuff, but also the beginning of his very sort of revolutionary adaptation of the character. I think if you watch that film, there are so many moments in which like you throw your hands up and cheer because they're just so brilliant, but also just how like meticulous it is and how it kind of changed the course of superhero films for the better, I would say, for a period of time. I personally think it's a 5-star film and whatnot. And I love the Batman. I think the Batman is also one of the great superhero films, but I think Batman Begins slightly edges it. I don't think it's way better. And I still like Robert Pattinson's.
I think Batman Begins is overlooked, and I agree somewhat with the statement of like Pattinson's brooding is just sad, not because I think the weakest part of the Batman is Bruce. I like the character of Bruce doesn't really have that much to do, and I don't think he's got much of a relationship with Alfred, and he's just kind of there. And I get that we want to focus on the Batman, and when you compare his Bruce Wayne to the quintessential Christian Bale Bruce Wayne, which is just how I imagine Bruce really when I read a comic book.
I don't think Christian Bale's the quintessential Bruce.
I think Kevin Conroy's animated series Bruce is maybe more quintessentially Bruce. I don't think... When I think of Bruce Wayne in live action, I don't think of Batfleck, and I don't think of...
Are you talking, when you say Bruce Wayne, do you mean performatively, as in like pretending to be the rich playboy, or you just mean like just out of the mask Bruce Wayne interacting with like people who know he's Batman, like Alfred?
Well, like a bit of everything, really. There's a scene in Dark Knight, it might be Begins, I haven't seen them in ages, where Bruce has to act like a drunk asshole to get like his... That's a great scene, and that feels like something that Bruce Wayne would do. And also I like his relationship with Alfred and Lucius in those movies, and we don't really get any of that with Pattinson. And like when Alfred blows up, I don't really care. Like I really don't care because I don't know what their relationship is like, and it would be nice to see Bruce have that warmer, more kind of paternal, or father-son-ish relationship with Alfred.
Yeah, I think stylistically, the Batman, like I said in the previous episode, I think it's like the most beautiful comic book film ever made, bar maybe the Spider-Verse films. But I think when you look at like genuinely the journey of how Bruce Wayne started and sort of the duality, not only in the non-linear storytelling, but literally like there hasn't been a superhero film really that is quite played with the narrative like that as interestingly as that film has done, or as effectively as that film has done. And I think like in a film where there's like so many villains, none of them, it doesn't feel overstuffed. That you have like Ra's al Ghul and you have Cillian Murphy's Scarecrow coming in and causing havoc and whatnot. And also out of the 3 Nolan Batman films, it is the one film that actually feels more like a Gotham City. When you look at the Narrows, that's 100%. That is Gotham. When you look at like Dark Knight, that's more like Chicago. And then you look at Rises, that's New York.
I would say that the Batman also does have a brilliant that whole opening monologue about when it's his diary, and then you have those shots of like the teardrop masks, and that's very
gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
So I think what Batman Begins also really has for it is I really like Falcone.
Oh yeah, he's brilliant. You think because your mommy and your daddy got shot, you think the ugly way, like you're Bruce Wayne. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's great.
I think Satoru's Falcone's better.
Say again?
I think Turturro's Falcone is.
Oh, you
better.
do?
Yeah. I do. He's
And then he dies though. Like,
but that's the Long Halloween, isn't it? Which is essentially what that story is. It's a transition from like mob crime into theatrical villains like the Joker and the Riddler and whatnot.
If I was to critique the Batman in any of its story elements, I would say like the weaker side of the Batman is sort of asking the question about how legit Bruce Wayne's origin for being Batman is. Was his father corrupt or not? I think that is handled less well because he kind of goes to Falcone. And then he like learns his truth, and he goes back, and then he comes back in the elevator. Like it's very like, and it's all done sort of towards the end. And then you got to remember the Riddler is still the main villain. And I think it's like there's a lot of things going on, and a lot of it works, but a lot of it still like I don't feel like the full effect of it. Whereas everything in Batman Begins, I feel like comes full circle in the end, and then and then you get that final teaser of the Joker. Like I never said thank you. It's like, you have to. Yeah, it's brilliant. It's and let's not talk about the score. The score is great in both, but yeah, we can go on. But
anyway, I think we've settled that one.
Yeah.
Right. Is it me?
It's your turn.
Is it me? Okay. Okay. Oh. CWDC is better than Marvel Disney Plus.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh. That's
hard. That's not.
I'm gonna go. I want to say
agree.
Why not?
I want to say agree.
I'm desperate to say agree.
Yeah.
I think
It's not easy.
I think I do agree. Like Loki's great. I really like Hawkeye. WandaVision's great as well. But then you look at what that's great. But then you look at what DC's done. The first few seasons of the Flash.
Arrow.
I think
Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh yeah. The first season.
Crisis upon Infinite Earth.
Yeah.
No, I think it's just because they had a showrunner to start with. That's the only thing that kind of gives them the edge. Like, there's a clear direction.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I feel like gives it that. That's why it's better. But I feel like Marvel handled their budgets a little bit better than CW did. But yeah, I think just because the CW had showrunners and people are dedicated to write for TV, by the end of all these shows that we're saying are great, their endings were so bad.
Oh yeah, I didn't even get to the end. I didn't even get to the end.
Have any of you finished
No,
Arrow or
yes.
The Flash?
No, I haven't.
The Arrow's the only one I finished.
Arrow, I got to like season 6, like after the island.
Yeah.
That was an amazing episode.
yeah,
Fucking sick episode. But and then after that, I was like, oh Jesus.
It's just the same. Like,
Yeah.
how many
Just kept
times do we need to save Thea's soul and like save him from John Barrowman? And
Yeah.
It's all the times he's like, oh, I kill people, and then he's like, actually no, I've learned a lesson. I'm not going to kill anyone anymore. And then he's like, actually, I'm just going to kill this one guy though.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, I can't kill.
Yeah, I think the CWDC shows the lowest points of it are lower than any of the MCU shows, and the highest points, I think I could say like emotionally, I think are higher than any MCU series.
Hold on, Secret Invasion exists.
Okay, fine.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Fine.
And Echo.
No, but we're saying the lowest points.
Yeah, the low.
That's
You never finished The Flash. You never finished.
I didn't even.
Lightsabers. Yeah,
The lowest
Shit.
of those shows are really low. Like the whole season 8 of The Flash. There's like 2-3 good episodes in that, and those episodes are good. But like the rest of it, the Red Death. That introduction of the Red Death was.
They did the Red Death. How are they? How did they do the Red Death?
I am vengeance. That's the one clip I saw.
Dude, it just wasn't done well. Like,
I am vengeance.
So
they have Batwoman, who was recast as well. They have a Batwoman become the Red Death, and it's not done well. It's not done justice at all. No.
Oh yeah, she has a series as well, doesn't she?
Yeah, and that as well, abysmal.
That's heinous. Jeez.
I'd rather watch Secret Invasion than watch
Wow.
Batwoman.
I haven't even seen Secret Invasion. But
Yeah.
I heard it's bad.
Yeah,
Who's up?
but
It's me now, right?
Sandy.
Oh, Sandy.
Cool. Let's see. Oh, Pepper, Maria Hill, Sharon, Ned, Darcy. I've never felt attached to any non-powered MCU side characters except maybe Nick Fury. Okay. I'm going to go like this until people give me some examples, and then maybe I'll switch around.
I'm going to agree as well.
Eli, since you're the outlier, why don't you?
Do you have any examples?
of some non-powered people that we care about.
Side characters.
Don't say
Like-
Shuri. Shuri doesn't count.
Okay. Her mom. Ramonda.
Well, I think with Ramonda, I didn't really care about her in the first one.
Right.
In the second one, they made a real point of because you knew it was leading up to her death, they made a real sort of effort to make you feel as emotionally, and Angela Bassett killed it.
Yeah.
So maybe, yeah.
There is part of me which is just like, do I just like you because you're Angela Bassett?
That's what I'm saying.
But also,
let me
I think this is more
side
to do with like side characters that are consistently in films and TV shows. I feel
yeah,
like
because the examples they gave were like Pepper, Darcy, Ned,
yeah,
Sharon.
They don't care about them. Or
Yeah, they
they
don't
care about them.
Yeah,
You
like
don't
the
care about
power
Ned?
broker.
Jane.
Jane.
I think Jane. Okay, yeah, no.
I'm trying to think.
I wouldn't say I care. I don't not care about Ned, but I also wouldn't like be super upset if he died.
Yeah.
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 Okay, no fair. You
It's a
get
bit
it.
like Aunt May in No Way Home. Like before, she was kind of just there, and then they made a
They made
huge, like, emotional
point.
sort of
Yeah.
turning point.
I don't know. They struggle.
I just can't think of them at the top of my head, but I know there's characters that haven't got superpowers, and side characters that I really cared about.
Mm.
Buzz us afterwards. We'll edit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll flip this
it's
around.
like the Skarsgård guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Eric Selvig.
Dr. Slagen. Yeah.
Like I don't know, Hawkeye's family. None of these
Yeah.
people tend to have any stake in the plot, and like I don't know, Jane does, but Jane's just kind of whingy, and I don't want to watch the Thor
you're
movies.
Right. I'm with.
There you go.
Yeah, I think they need to give them more to do for us to care. Pepper's the only one that kind of comes close.
That's true.
Yeah. I did care about Pepper in the first Iron Man film, I will say.
Mm.
Like when Obadiah was like going after her, and she
And
was like,
2, low key, like as much
2,
as
yeah.
it's not the best one, but like in 2 and 3, you really see that she's struggling to care about Tony, but he's making it really hard
yeah.
Yeah.
for her to be in his life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Darcy, she's just comic relief, I guess.
Yeah.
Who else was mentioned? Ned. Okay.
Ned was
Sharon-
mentioned.
Sharon-
Yeah, the power broker was also mentioned.
Sharon was really like weirdly used, man. Like,
Yeah.
What do you mean? She's the power broker.
What a
You're not
brilliant-
excited to see the power broker come back?
the thing I always come back to is when like Captain America kisses her and then goes back in time.
Yeah.
With her,
To
What? How's he gonna tell that story?
Bro's a menace.
So your sister's daughter.
And then Bucky and Sam were like, "Ah, look at him! Look at that's that guy."
I kind of that might be my favorite scene of the
Yeah,
entire film. Though. Just the boys in the back, just like yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember how much we laughed at that the first time we saw Civil War? Yeah, but he's not consistent. He's in the first
He's
film.
only in the first one, yeah.
He's Iron Man 3.
He's in Iron Man 3 in
3.
one scene though.
Who's that?
I know.
Jensen,
Yinsen.
Don't waste your life. Don't waste it. That guy.
the bloke who dies in the cave with him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Erskine in Captain America.
Oh, yeah. But again, he's kind of
He's just one.
Yeah.
Kind of,
Yeah.
one moment.
Stanley Tucci.
Oh yeah.
Who's
Tucci.
next?
Eli.
Is it me?
Eli. There we go.
All right. Doctor Strange movies equals CGI headache plus multiverse chaos. Complex does not equal good storytelling.
Oh, I agree.
I agree.
I don't think they're terrible,
Yeah.
but like
I really don't like the second one.
I think they're just there. They exist.
they should be
quite
much
like the
more.
first one.
They should be way more.
Yeah.
They should be more than
I
what
think
they
there's
are.
a decent story across both of them.
There is,
Yeah.
but the thing is, like, with a cast like Benedict Cumberbatch and Rachel McAdams and Tilda Swinton, and like these should be like some of the best, of the MCU. And Doctor Strange is such a great character. He's such an interesting character. I feel like visually, like it's cool, but a lot of it is like it's just kind of there for the sake of it. There's all this geometry and look, it's cool, but they don't actually. Some of the magic and things that play an instrumental role in the storytelling, but a lot of it is just like, hey, look, here's the Inception sort of effect because you liked it back in 2010. And, I don't know. I feel like they should just be more. So that's why I'm going to agree.
I agree as well.
It's a harsh statement though.
They're the films I forget about the most in the MCU. Like when I'm trying to remember all of them, like when we're doing certain games or whatever, I consistently forget they exist. And I would say they don't provide the character of Doctor Strange's strongest moments. They're not the best showing of his abilities. That goes to What If, by the way. That one episode of What If.
Incredible.
Oh, that did more for the Doctor Strange character.
There you go.
In that one episode of than they did across those two films, I personally think. I do think they're a bit of a clusterfuck.
That's true. The second one, they call it Multiverse of Madness, and like what he falls down a manhole into one multiverse and then just comes back home.
Yeah.
And then gets a third eye.
That's mad. That's mad.
Third
Yeah.
eye, bro.
the
That's
multiverse.
mad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's mad, man.
Let's have a fucking music fight. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Sick though, you can't lie.
Huh?
Music
Henry.
was
I actually didn't like it.
Is
I was like, what are we doing
I
here?
think it's you. Yeah.
Oh, the jaw stinger? Piss off. Sorry.
That was the
Yeah.
most Doctor Strange fight he's had in any.
And that is very telling.
Oh right, okay, fair.
Oh, this
You're right,
this,
you're
one-
right.
this one go away. Batman versus Superman is misunderstood. It's actually a deep philosophical film.
Oh, it's that ending bit.
No.
It's the ending bit.
Don't
It's the ending bit.
Don't do it.
The ending bit.
What are you talking
do it.
about?
The last bit is what kind of makes me agree.
It's actually a deep philosophical
That's what I'm
film.
saying. I don't agree with that statement, but the beginning.
It's
Oh, that's
Misunderstood.
misunderstood.
What do people not understand about Batman v Superman?
Okay,
Sorry.
everyone just always thinks that Superman's just an aura farmer, and that's just not what it is. It's a bit more than that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what is it?
The court scene, for example.
Right. Yeah. Where he just stands there.
Has
Yeah,
a big
because-
suck and cry.
Okay,
Yeah.
look. So he's been put into this courtroom, right, where everyone's been scanned. He's got no reason to be alert. In Man of Steel, they tell us that he only activates that X-ray vision when.
No, you're not wrong. Yeah, you're right.
You
You're
know
right.
what I
You're
mean?
right.
So like that scene is one of the most misunderstood scenes in all of Superman history because everyone just thinks that he lets them die and he's just standing there doing nothing. But he hasn't got any speed feats at this point, right? Everyone in that room has been checked, and the box that the bomb was in was pretty much lead concealed,
Yeah.
right? So that people always go to that scene in that film to say that it's a bad film.
Right.
But yeah, that's what I
Okay.
mean.
So let's go to some different scenes then.
The first
Yeah,
bit.
the scene I tend to go to is just the rest of the movie, where it's just
It's
we
where
just-
Batman murders like 100 odd people,
Give or take, yeah.
His tank
Yes, and then he
car-
meets Superman, who changes his perspective on that, and
Yeah.
he then gets
Yeah.
the inspiration to not do that anymore.
I think it's a load of bollocks. I think
by
Batman
throwing him through a wall.
Yeah, Batman.
Again, he was rushing to it. The first time they interact, he's like, "Oh, the bat is dead."
I don't.
It takes him understanding who Batman actually
Yeah.
can be to then have that like, "Oh, let's talk about it." But Batman's instinct is to just like end him.
You'd think the world's greatest detective would just take a moment and just be like, "Hold on."
Yeah, this Batman is just a thug,
Right.
Okay? And I would say that a seasoned Batman would know not to use it. Batman guns should be so like. Batman should be so against guns that not even in his dreams should he use one. He should not have guns on his car.
Yeah.
This Batman
Yeah.
should not have to be told to not kill people.
So when he's fighting
by
parademons,
Superman.
he should
Yeah,
what?
he should
use
only
Batarang.
he should only have tear gas in his wheels so that a Jason Todd-like orphan can't steal them. That's the only thing he's allowed.
Unless Darkseid is about to end the multiverse, then the guns need to stay holstered, okay? I don't want to see him, like, blowing up cars with guns on his tank. I'll change this. Batman vs. Superman is misunderstood. No, I'll change that to Zack Snyder does not understand Batman and Superman. The cheapest thing you can do to Superman is compare him to Jesus, and the cheapest thing you can do to Batman is, like, I don't know, reduce him to his parents, I guess. And that seems to be the crux of both of their arcs. I hate that film with a seething passion.
I will say
I like the film.
I enjoyed the film as well. I actually, it might be in the minority here, but I actually really enjoy the whole should a Superman exist montage, because I actually think for the first time, like, you know, I don't think it's a deeply philosophical film.
Yeah.
But if there are questions that that film asks the audience, it is, what if these gods walked amongst men? And I do think that idea is interesting. And I know it might not be comic accurate for the character, not necessarily comic book accurate. I know the tone of the film is not what we expect to see with Batman or Superman, for example. But I do think at the end of the day, I don't take the film as personally as a lot of people, just because I think first and foremost, it's a film, it's an adaptation. Like, yes, the adaptation might be wrong, it might not be true to who they are, but nevertheless, it still asks interesting questions as a viewer. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say.
I just think they wanted to get Batman and Superman to fight, but they had no idea how to get them there. And there's just a load of stuff in the middle that just it barely makes sense under any level of scrutiny to get you to the fight.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's better ways to get them into that conflict.
I agree. I think what you said, Eli, about like Batman like being at a point where he's ditched the no killing rule, and there's literally one glance at the Jason Todd reference, but that's not enough. As Zack Snyder, I think like yes, I think it's an interesting idea, but that sure fundamentally goes against Batman, but at the same time, like, there needed to be a deeper exploration of why Bruce Wayne was at that point, aside from then just like, him just, or basically like dropping the coldest line to Alfred, like, we need to take this as an absolute certain, like, that moment. Basically, yeah.
But there's also like the film contradicts itself in the start, because surely like the whole reason why Bruce is initially out for Clark is because he's in Metropolis and sees like all the people dying. So he's then after Superman because Superman's killed a load of people.
No, because he's seen him as a threat, and Lex Luthor is pointing that out to him.
Because he took down his tower. It's a money thing.
He was
his
like,
tower.
Right. Yeah,
we're not having that.
My stock's gone down.
Yeah,
I'm coming for you.
Anyways, I agree with the first part of the statement. I don't agree that it's what was it?
Deeply philosophical.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not that. But
No.
it's definitely misunderstood.
Okay.
Karma, you should thank me for this.
Far From Home is better than Homecoming and No Way Home.
Hard pass. Hard pass.
I think No Way Home's better, but I think it's better than I think it's better than Homecoming.
Really?
No Way Home, yeah.
Really?
I love Homecoming.
I love all three, by the way.
I think Homecoming is good.
I like all three.
I like Homecoming. I find it interesting speaking to people who like collectively hate all of them.
There are so many of them who just hate them.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't understand.
Iron Boy Jr.
No, but that's the thing. I think my main frustration with Far From Home is like we did the whole Iron Man thing in Homecoming, let him have his own story, and when we ultimately didn't get that, I was just like, for God's sake, can we just please stop having to, basically refer everything back to Tony Stark, including Mysterio, and Jakey's like one of my favorite actors. And I was just like, he was just there for the one. I know it's like the one and done film, and he kind of did this thing, but like, I don't know. And also for me, like, I thought the idea of taking Spider-Man around the world was cool, but for me, the character will always be intrinsically linked to New York and that landscape. So to take him out of that does feel a bit sort of uneven, I think.
Yeah.
But I liked that Tony Stark was still. I liked that even after this guy's died, he's still causing horrible things to happen. Like he's given a pair of like glasses with killer satellites to a child. Like killer. I love that Tony Stark's just. If there's ever a moment where he interacts with a regular human being, he's like, "Oh, I'm actually not that great of a person." Like that moment when that woman who tells him how in Civil War how he killed his child. I'm like, I just love that Tony Stark's still just fucking the world even after he's dead. Yeah.
Speaking of which, that woman, Alfre Woodard, she's also in Luke Cage.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Black
interesting.
Mariah, yeah.
I'll tell you what would be an interesting hot take to come up would be CW or the Marvel Iron Fist, Daredevil, all that kind of thing.
Oh, I think Daredevil clears,
not even
man.
close.
Yeah,
I think Daredevil
clears.
hits all of
And even Jessica Jones
but then
season
again,
one.
It's just Daredevil though. That's the
the rest
Iron
Defenders.
Fist is the only one that's weak, and Defenders. The rest of them are pretty good. Like Luke Cage is pretty underrated.
I hated season 2.
I liked season 1, didn't like season 2.
Yeah.
Fair.
Same with Jessica Jones. Like season 1, Kilgrave.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic.
David Tennant.
Yeah.
Could kiss the man.
No.
So,
Set him off
who's
again.
off Shalabal, yeah.
But Far From Home, I think I need to rewatch Far From Home after speaking to a friend of the group, Joey Lever, who despises those films and is a die-hard TASM fan.
God.
And I know, hard work. He's hard work. It is a bit ridiculous. And he's also got his own Spider-Man films and his own Spider-Man universe, and I think it's interesting. If you haven't, I'm gonna shout Joey out, but like, make sure you go and check out Joey's Lost Cause.
He's doing Land Before Time, isn't it? The animation.
also doing
that looks amazing.
Yeah, it is. It looks sick. But I think it's really interesting when people can take Spider-Man and they're not a fan of a certain like way that it's represented or whatever, and can twist it and like literally make their own thing. So it's interesting to see what a TASM fan did in reaction to the MCU, I guess.
God,
There you go.
Uh,
Who's up next?
Oh, is it me?
Is it?
I think yeah.
TASM.
I think these might be the last 4. Looks like it.
Right.
Here we go.
What have we got? The Incredible Hulk is a damn good movie, and Edward Norton's Hulk is better than Mark Ruffalo's.
That's the end of it.
That's the end of it.
Oh,
That's everything.
Damn good movie. I don't know about that.
he's not better than Ruffalo, but
You think it's a good movie?
yeah.
I'm like middling. I don't think it's like a damn good movie.
Yeah. Like it's not like Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat. Edge I don't know why that came.
Oh, that's
that is so good.
But like, that's a damn good movie.
Yeah. It's not like Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole. That's a damn good movie.
I'd say that is a brilliant movie. That, but Incredible Hulk, like, it's a good movie.
Overhated.
I feel like the film has problems. I feel like it's looking back on, I think, the frustrations on Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, less to do with Mark Ruffalo, more to do with the character treatment. I think people look to Edward Norton's Hulk, even though it has problems, as the more kind of
This is
Hulk,
close to our idea.
Yeah. And I do think like the a lot of the action sequences in Incredible Hulk are brilliant. Like the fight with the Abomination fight, I still think is one of the best in the MCU so far. I think a lot of that film feels like it has real consequences and real sort of weight to it. Whereas like, you throw Hulk in Ragnarok, and get him to fight a huge wolf. It's cool, but at the same time, you throwing jokes here and there. Let's see Hulk a bit more
Animalistic.
Yeah. He's in Brand New Day now, isn't he?
Yeah, I think I heard. Yeah.
It's confirmed.
Yeah.
Good.
Insane.
Grief. The score in Incredible Hulk is really good, by the way. If you haven't listened to the score for the Incredible Hulk, make sure you go listen to it, 'cause it's pretty hard.
Speaking of Brand New Day, though, Hulk and the Punisher are in that film.
Yeah.
Have you seen the memes of like, what the fuck is fucking Castle going to do, bro? Like,
Yeah.
Sorry, go for it.
Follow me for the rest of my life.
It was good. Zack Snyder's Justice League is 4 hours of style with zero substance, all cool visuals and no heart.
No.
I haven't seen it.
Oh.
I kind of refuse to.
One of the best comic book movies.
Does anyone take this one?
People say this, right? And I just, out of principle, I
don't think you're going to like it. I don't think you like it.
through Whedon's Justice League and I did not enjoy it. And you know what? Across the board, I do not enjoy a lot of Zack Snyder's work. I like 300 and I like Watchmen.
What about Guardians of
and Legend of the Guardians as well?
Oh, Legend of the Guardians, Gowls. Yeah, that's great. But like, I don't know. If I'm gonna carve out 4 hours of my life to watch this film, I need a guarantee that I'm gonna like it, and I don't think I'm gonna like it.
I don't think Henry will like it.
That's a statement.
It is a statement,
Best
and I'll stand on
all
that
time.
100%, without a doubt. It looks amazing. I love the characterization. I love that every scene is stretched to its absolute limit. Like, mate, it's
literally the slow-mo is
like butter scraped over too
there's
much
like
bread, mate. It's
There's a
amazing.
scene of what do you call it? Aquaman, right? He takes off his shirt and then like he's going into the water again, and like there's like a tribe of like I don't know what tribe it is, but they're like just singing to him as he goes into the water, and then Bruce is just in the back like.
4 straight minutes of this, by the way, Henry, and it's amazing.
It's a song.
It's incredible.
And
do you know what it was? It was like Zack Snyder like showed off that the fact that he had 4 hours of footage.
Yeah.
And he was like, the Snyder cut's out there.
Yeah.
And I think like Snyder fans were just like, we need to see that.
I also hate what this film has started now. This
the
whole,
release.
like, this director's cut bollocks.
I agree.
Like he didn't have studio interference for Rebel Moon Part 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So why the do you need to release your like Zack Snyder
cut?
Which is, if you want to watch the full Rebel Moon, I hope you've got 8 hours to sit down and watch all of it. Yeah. Which they released like 6 months after the fact. Yeah. I don't like the precedent that the Snyder Justice League thing is set, and I own the Blu-ray, but it is sat on my
Snyder cut.
The Snyder cut Blu-ray.
I will say it does have one of the coolest Flash moments.
Yeah, so I hear the ending's
even.
completely different. I've watched every breakdown under the sun of like he goes back in time and it's him running and like it's all that shit and it's cool, but then. It's just an inconsequential thing because it doesn't matter. None of this matters anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. No, you're right. Like, there's no way to argue against that.
I guess
true.
it's a one-off thing, and like and that's fine, and I like that in certain cases. Like I like a one-off. Fantastic Four, for example, is kind of a one-off thing for now. I guess there'll be other examples people can think of, but like, I don't know. It's a shame, and it just represents the studio culture, and I just can't be asked. And
it spawned a bunch of horrible people, by the way. Just ilk.
Then the moves are right though. I don't think it's
the what
you said. I don't think it's whatever you said.
It's definitely what I said. But no, it's cool. Yeah,
it's not. It's got a cool flash scene. Cyborg's like a little bit more fleshed
great
out.
cyborg stuff.
What does Diana do,
bro?
There's the moment where
there's still the Kal-El no thing.
Yeah,
it's a bit longer now.
Oh, great.
Yeah, but it makes more like I like it more now, and it's better. And there's that moment where they like shoot the arrow of Artemis for like 20 minutes. And there's a lot.
Super scream at the beginning.
Isn't there a Green Lantern in it?
It's actually not that much.
Oh, there's Green Lantern in the Joss Whedon one as well. Yeah.
There's
Dark Side.
There is some dark side.
And Steppenwolf looks different.
Oh, he looks so good. He looks insanely good. It's one of the,
he does look better.
Incredible.
Better.
Oh God!
I still don't think you'll like.
He's got tessellating armor which like snaps arrows off him. It's remarkable.
There's a scene. I think it's also in the first one, like where they're like the mother box in Themyscira. They're like trying to get away from Steppenwolf, and like someone ties it to a bow and arrow and shoots the bow and arrow, and then that, it sends the mother box miles ahead, and Steppenwolf still gets it.
Well, yeah, because like you're an island nation of women, and then this fucking monster teleports in from like space, and then like, what were you gonna do? What was anyone gonna do? You have bows and arrows. You shoot the mother box as far as you can.
I don't know about that, bro.
I'm not gonna rush to watch it. I'll be honest. Right, let's get the next
you're
one.
Watching it.
It's better.
No,
sure,
if I've got 4 hours free, I'm gonna watch 8 episodes of Modern Family. Or The Next Step.
Okay.
Yeah, next.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah, thanks, man. Jared Leto's Joker was a bold, unique take that got unfairly hated. Oh, go away. I hate these people. False. It was bad. It was just bad. Okay? Just because you might prefer it over Joaquin Phoenix or other interpretations or whatever, I don't know, but this is what people like to whinge about. It's like the prequels all bloody over again. Just because something else comes along which you hate more doesn't then mean the previous thing was inherently good.
Please. I want to. If Seth was on this couch, we'd be grappling. Yeah.
See, the thing with Jared Leto's Joker, yes, I agree. It's not good. Yeah, I think he thought he was basically getting like almost like a Heath Ledger treatment, or not a Joaquin Phoenix treatment, but like the amount of screen time he thought he was going to get warranted him to go fully method for what? Like
to lay there, go.
Yeah. It just looks ridiculous, and like the film doesn't help him at all. So they
no. And then what did he even appear? It's Suicide Squad 1 or Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
He's in the post-credit scene, in which he's better.
He's better in that post-credit scene, yeah.
Mate, just watch it for that post-credit scene.
Yeah,
mate.
no,
isn't that just Batman, Mirror, and the Joker?
It was Batman, Mirror, Cyborg's there, the Flash is there, and the Joker. Yeah.
And then he's also in something else as well. He's also in like BVS or something, isn't he?
He is. No, he's not in BVS. There's like a scene.
Is it just 2?
I think it is just 2.
Or Birds of Prey does show up in that?
No, he's not in it. No.
They mention him though, but he's
Mr.
not
J.
in it.
Right, the last hot take we have is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is better than Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. You know what? Do you know what? I think currently that's where my head's at.
I have it rated higher, I think. Just
that's where my head's at.
I don't think I can be mad at anyone for saying yes. To be fair, I can't.
I think
so
any
fucking
ranking of the Guardians movies, I can nod and like.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I think both are so solid, so solid.
Yeah, I think for me, like the number 1 and 3 will flick up and down on which comes out on top. I think currently I prefer 3 just because number 1, when it came out, it was its own thing, and it basically like. Again, like kind of changed the way Marvel movies were kind of made. Like everyone wanted to be a bit more comedic, whereas Guardians was the one that was really pulling it off. So now looking back on 20 films since that, when all of those films have almost in some way tried to emulate that comedic style, I look back on that first film. knowing how great it is, but also a bit tired of it. Whereas Guardians 3 balances like the raw emotion of like losing Rocket Raccoon and that tragic backstory with comedic elements, and it's like this kind of like noir, like jaded version of the Guardians, but they also find like one last spark to come together. And I think it's brilliant. It's such a, like you said when we did our Thunderbolts episode, it is like the swan song of sorts. Yeah, I think it's terrific. I think it's so good, and not to mention that hallway one shot.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's great.
Brilliant. Yeah.
It's absolutely. But I think it just depends on what you're going for.
Exactly.
If you want an emotional kind of final installment feeling, then yeah, go 3. But if you want like a great little standalone adventure thing, then go for 1. And I think both are very, very valid.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at any take, but I think 1, for all the characters, it gives them equally ish.
That's true.
A decent amount of screen time and like plot and character, whereas 3 heavily focuses on like Quill and Rocket predominantly, as well as obviously Nebula and whatever, but like, I feel like Nebula and Mantis aren't given too much.
Sure.
Drax has barely anything to do with it.
Exactly. But that's kind of Drax in all the films. Like, he's just pretty much, but he has so much heart as well in 3 that could have been explored a little bit more, but I guess runtime, right? Like, they can have to cut it somewhere. But no, I wouldn't be mad at you saying 3 is better. Yeah. But one is better though.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I accidentally said yes to that. Well, on that note, guys, that is all the hot takes we have for this episode. Guys, thank you so much for coming and chatting MCU, DCEU, Marvel, DC hot takes. It's been a lot of fun. Once again, guys, if you want to check out our thoughts on Fantastic Four, the first episode will be linked down below in the description box, as well as all these guys, these lovely gentlemen, and all their great work that they're doing. Be sure to go and check out their stuff as well. Fantastic guests, as always. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
It's been a lot of fun. Been a lot of fun. Until the next time.
See you soon.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening. And we'll catch you very soon in the next episode of the Popcorn Podcast. Cheers.